Hi, my name is Frank Zendejas. I'm a strategic intervention coach and host of SI Insights, a forum where I share ideas, techniques, and strategies to help you discover, define, declare, and drive towards your compelling future. Absorb what is useful, discard what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. Welcome to today's episode. Today I want to share on the topic of the power of clarity. Check this picture out. This is the result of a want that I identified to experience in my life. Something that came from the practice of the power of knowing what you want. In a previous SI Insight episode, I shared about the power of knowing what you want. This is the practice of drawing a circle and writing on the outside of the circle what you don't want, and on the inside what you do want. The practice guides you to think and articulate what you want versus what we tend to do, which is answer in terms of what we don't want. Recognize and understand that where your energy goes, your energy flows. So when you articulate what you don't want and focus solely on that, then that's where your energy will flow. The same is true for what you want. Okay, back to the picture. In August of 2018, I attended Tony Robbins' Business Mastery in Las Vegas, and I got to be on stage with Tony Robbins. This was no accident. I freaking earned this result. Yes, on stage with Tony Robbins. I was experiencing my dream. Heck, I'm the one that took this picture. After I took this picture, I turned to the lady on my right while still on stage and said, "Be careful what you wish for." One of my wants was to be on stage with Tony Robbins. What I didn't clarify was my how and why I should be on stage. She smiled, nodded yes, and said, "You're right." So, why was I on stage with Tony Robbins? What did I do? What results were achieved that got me on stage? Well, I was on stage because the team I was on came in last place for a competition that focused on adding value to the Business Mastery participants. Our team missed the mark and we got the Learner Award. Why did we miss the mark? We understood the rules and the purpose of the competition. We didn't get clear as team members or individuals on the results to achieve that best met the objective of the competition. The outcome of the competition got me on stage with Tony Robbins. My want was achieved, right? What I didn't do is to find a result to my want to be on stage with Tony Robbins. What result did I need to clarify? Let's talk about the power of clarity. So what do I mean by clarity? Well, clarity is defined as the quality of being coherent and intelligible. A different definition is the quality of being certain or definite. Well, you can't always get complete clarity on all things. There are some items, events, and experiences where striving for clarity can be extremely valuable and powerful in different areas of your life, such as your job, relationships, health, and what you desire for your future. What does that look like for you, your future? Is it one that is vibrant, fulfilling, and compelling? Have you gotten clear, really clear, on the results you want for your life? This is what we're going to dive into with the power of clarity, specifically the results you want in your life. So clear results are essential. They're essential to the success of any dimension of your life. That can be career, financial, relational, emotional, health, anything, your life period. If you don't take the time to get really clear about exactly what it is that you want to accomplish, your results, then you're placing yourself in a reactive position versus responsive to what comes at you and dedicating. No, scratch that. You're relinquishing, turning over, surrendering, giving up, forfeiting your time, your life to achieving the results of those who do. Is there something incongruent with that? Your energy focused towards achieving the results of others? Well, the answer is only you have the answer to that question. In the case of the competition at Business Mastery, the Learner Award was a direct reflection of the result achieved due to the lack of clarity. For example, have you ever looked at any dimension of your life, or perhaps a single event, and asked the question, how did I get here? What happened? What results were missing, completely unidentified, that led you to asking those questions? So why wasn't a result identified in the first place? If identifying results is so important, then why is it that so few people take the time to define exactly the outcome, the result they want to produce? Part of the reason is a lack of knowledge about how to define clear results. You can go through workshops, seminars, years of schooling, and never receive any instruction on defining results. You see, a common barrier to identifying a result is the fear of making a mistake or the fear of failure in achieving the outcome. Teddy Roosevelt once said, in any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you can do is nothing. Setting virtually any result at all is better than drifting aimlessly with no clear direction. The best way I know to guarantee failure is to avoid making clear, committed results. Consider what's available to you when you've taken the position that every day gets you closer to your result based on the outcome achieved through the actions you've taken. You definitely have the power. Clear results are essential. Define results in binary terms. The key component of results is that they must be defined in binary terms. At any point in time, you can ask yourself, have I achieved my result? And you can respond with a definitive yes or no. Maybe it's not an option. For example, if you define your result as be more healthy, can you really have a yes or no response in absolute terms? Probably not. However, you can give a clear yes/no answer to whether or not your weight is down 15 pounds and have a 32-inch waist. So detailed results matter. Be as detailed as possible when defining results. Set specific numbers, dates, and times. Make sure that each of your results is measurable. Either you've achieved it or you haven't. Define your results as if you already know what's going to happen. It's been said that the best way to predict the future is to create it. Commit your results to writing. Results must be written in the form of a compelling, present tense, personal affirmation. A result that is not committed to writing is just fluff. Set results for what you want, not for what you don't want. Again, the power of knowing what you want. Your subconscious mind can lock on to a clearly identified result only if the result is defined in positive terms. If you put your focus on what you don't want instead of what you do want, you're likely to attract exactly what it is that you're trying to avoid. As Tony says, where your focus goes, energy flows. State your results as if they've already been achieved. Instead of saying, I will weigh 180 pounds this year, phrase it in the present tense. I weigh 180 pounds this year. Phrasing your results in the future sends a message to your subconscious mind that then keeps the result in the future. You're outside of your attainment. State your results in the now. Objectify subjective results. You may be asking, hey Frank, what if I want to define a subjective result, such as I want to be a nicer person? How do I define that in terms of a binary term? Well, set it in a scale of 1 to 10 as to how you're progressing towards being a nicer person. You can set to achieve a certain specific rating by a certain date. This allows you to measure your progress and know with a high degree of certainty whether you've actually achieved your result. Result setting is an activity. Defining clear results is not a passive act. It doesn't just happen automatically. You must take direct conscious action in order to make it so. Everything counts and nothing is neutral. You are either moving towards your result or you're moving away from them. If you do nothing, or if you act without any clarity, then more than likely you are contributing to somebody else's results. In other words, you're spending your time working on others' results without even knowing it. Get your activity going into setting your results, then turn them into some form of physical action. The tangible results manifest when you action an idea, communicate it, build it, implement it, make it real. Clarity is a choice. If you've been running your life in an unfocused manner, just waking up every day and seeing what happens, then it's critical that you take the time to decide, writing down exactly the results you want in your life. How much longer are you going to dedicate time to what you've been doing only to realize that you're not even doing what you really want to do? Pick a date in the future, next week, month, year, 3 years from now, and dedicate some time writing a clear description of the result you want for the time. If you're struggling with this action by encountering the thought, well, I don't know, then think of me asking you this question. Well, okay, you don't know. What if you did know? What result would you have? Also, note that I'm presenting this as an action, not an exercise. This is not an exercise. This is your life. It deserves action. So this is it. Your opportunity to action choice. Waiting for something to inspire you, hope, wishing, expecting that the perfect outcome will appear in your life is just fantasy. Clear decision making doesn't just happen passively. You actually have to physically put in the time to make it happen. If you don't have clear results simply because you don't know what you want, then sit down and actively decide what you do want. Keep at it, the power of knowing what you want. Arriving at knowing what you want isn't going to just come to you in a form of divine inspiration. It is a choice. Clarity is a choice, not an accident or a gift. Clarity doesn't come to you. You have to go to it. Take that action. Here's something. Try this on. At the end of each day, cross it off on your calendar and say out loud, "There goes another day of my life, never to return again." How does that sharpen your focus when you at the end of the day when you end a day with the feeling that you would have lived it the same way if you had the chance to repeat it? Then you're gaining a sense of gratitude that helps you focus on what's really important to you. When you end the day with the feeling of regret or loss, you gain the awareness to try a different approach the next day. You'll experience a different life the very first day you establish clear, committed results, even if your first few attempts aren't perfect. You'll be able to make decisions much more rapidly against those other opportunities because you'll see how they'll either move you towards or away from your results. Clear results equip you to achieve what you want to accomplish. Commit them to writing, review them daily, action them wholeheartedly, know that there's a source energizing you, and bring your results into reality with the power of your focus. Where the focus goes, the energy flows. Now, let's get back to my opening want. I'm on stage with Tony Robbins. That's my want. What's the result? of that want. In 2020, I'm a Tony Robbins senior leader and on stage with him cheering, energizing, and leading an arena filled with participants towards unleashing their power within. Thank you for watching today's episode of SI Insights.